So as I had told, today we are going to start with hedging, which is nothing but reducing your risk. A hedger is a person who transfers his risk to the speculator, and speculator is a person who is willing to take risk so that he can benefit out of it. So we are starting now. When we say hedging, there are four strategies in hedging. The very first one is long stock, long put. Let's understand the meaning of this first. Long stock, long put. Long means buy. So here what I'm doing is I'm buying a stock and I'm buying a put option. Okay. Now what is a put option? Anybody? Yes, if you don't know the meaning of call option, put option, then doing all this makes no sense. What is a put option? Right to?
Sell, ma'am.
Yes, right to sell. So here what I'm doing, I'm buying a stock. So that means share is bought and I'm buying a put option. When I buy a put option, I get right to sell. So in the option, I will be selling. So if you observe this strategy, you're buying the share and you're selling it in the put option. That is, you will exercise your right and you will sell it in the put option. So I had told you we need to take opposite positions. If you're buying in one market, you need to sell it in other market. So in today's market, you're buying the stock, that is cash market we can say, and in the options market, you're buying a put option which gives you a right to sell. So in the option, you will be selling that share. So let's understand how the strategy works. Consider an investor who buys a share for rupees 100 to protect himself against the risk of falling prices. He buys the put option for rupees 16. Okay, so what he is doing? First he has bought a share for rupees 100 and now he is scared that the prices may fall. So to protect himself from falling prices, he buys a put option for rupees 16. So this rupees 16 is premium and this 100 rupees is the stock price. I will write it here if you want. S0 100 premium 16 rupees. Okay, then with an exercise price of 110. So he buys a put option which has an exercise price of 110. The stock prices trading in the market are in the following range. So these are the prices which will be trading in the market at the time of expiry or at the time of maturity of the contract. So now what we have to show? We have to show the profit of the investor by hedging. So he has done hedging. I'll repeat it again. He buys a share. So he's bought a share and he buys a put option. So he has bought a put option. And see here, buy means long. So he has gone long on stock by buying a share and he has gone long on put by buying a put option. Okay, so how do we show his gain or loss? We'll solve it using a tabular format. We need 5 columns for that. The first column will be the stock prices, that is the range which they have given. The second will be the exercise price. The third column will be profit on option. The fourth will be profit on stock or share. And the last will be net profit. We will take these prices which are ranging from 970 to 140, one below the other. $70, $80, $90, $100, $110, $120, $130, and the last one is $140. Now we'll take the exercise price which is 110. Same for all the columns. Okay. Now we want to find the profit on option. Before I start with this, remember one thing, that you have bought a put option. So when you buy a put option, you pay premium. So when you pay premium, premium will be minus 16, which we'll have to consider. Okay. Now let's see how we do it. Now they say profit on option. So we'll forget about the share as of now. We will only think about the option. It is a put option, so it gives you right to sell. So if I sell it in the option, I can sell it for 110. Remember, for option, how to find, for a put option, profit on put option, I'll write here if you want. For a put option, how to find intrinsic value? E minus S naught. Correct. So here is E, exercise price, and this is S naught. So if I sell it in the option, I can sell it for 110. But if I sell it in the open market, I can sell it for 70. So what will I do? I'll sell it in the option because I have the right to sell. I have the put option. So I'm going to gain how much? E minus S naught. E is 110 minus 70. So what will be the gain? 40. Out of this gain of 40 rupees, I am paying 16 rupees premium. So that minus 16 is the premium. 40 minus 16. How much is the net gain you will get out of the option? 24 rupees. Is the first part clear? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's do the next one. 110 minus 80. E minus S naught. The gain is 30 rupees minus 16 rupees premium you are going to pay because you got the put option. So 30 minus 16, your gain is 14 rupees. Then 110 minus 90, gain is 20. 20 minus 16, you're going to gain 4 rupees. Then next, 110 minus 100. So you will get a gain of 10 minus 16. If we do, you get minus 6. A loss of 6 rupees because your gain was only 10 and premium that you paid was 16. Now the next 110 minus 110, it is 0. 0 is the gain minus 16 rupees premium you paid. So you're going to pay only your loss is only this 16 rupees. Now in the next case, 110 minus 120 minus 10. We are not going to take minus 10. Remember, you have the right to decide you want to sell or no. So here you will not sell it in the option for 110. You will go to the market and sell it for 120. So you will lapse the option. Whenever you lapse the option, the value of the option is 0. No profit, no loss because you didn't exercise the option. But you're paying the premium of 16 rupees. So your net is minus 60. Same will happen with 110 minus 130. You will get a loss. We cannot take the loss because we have the right to decide. So we will not lose 30, 110 minus 30, 20 rupees. So we not exercise the option, lapse the option, but 16 rupees premium you have to pay. Again the same, 0 minus 16 is equal to minus 16. This was the gain or loss on the option, profit or loss on the option. Now let's see on the share what happens. Now forget the option, forget the exercise price. So these two columns we are not at all going to see. This is not required now. Okay, we are just bothered about at what price I bought the share, which is this. S naught is 100. So here I'll write S naught is equals to 100. And I'm going to bother about these prices. Okay, I'm repeating again. I'm not interested in these two columns right now. I'll make it disappear. I'll make the font white so that you don't get confused. You don't erase it or remove it from your books. I'm just telling you to ignore these two columns because we are talking of profit on shares. So to ignore means I'm making it very blur or maybe very lighter in color. As good as not visible. Okay, now only this profit on share and S0 we are interested in. Okay. So what we have done with the share, you have bought the share. So I'll write here, we bought the share for 100. Okay, you have bought it for 100. Now once you buy the share, will you keep it with yourself? No, you will sell it in the market. So you bought the share for 100 rupees and now the market price is 70. So if you sell it for 70, 100 minus 70, what is your loss? 30 minus 30. Same way, 100 minus 80, your loss is minus 20. Then 100 minus 90, your loss is minus 10. Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Then 100 minus 100, your loss is 0. 100 minus 110, you gain 10 rupees. 100 minus 120, you gain 20 rupees in the next case. Then 100 minus 130, you gain 30 rupees, and 100 minus 140, you gain 40 rupees. So we just saw the profit on share, that is S0 value here, and we minused it with the S0 value given at the expiry. So this was profit on share. Now we have both the profits. I'll make it back to black so that it's visible clearly now. So now we have profit on option and profit on share both. We are going to add these two to get the net profit. So see here all of you, 24 minus 30, you get minus 6. 14 minus 20, you get minus 6. 4 minus 10, again minus 6. Minus 6 plus 0, minus 6. We are adding both, okay. Minus 16 plus 10, minus 6. Minus 16 plus 20, plus 4. Minus 16 plus 30, plus 14. Minus 16 plus 40, plus 24. Can you observe this? They have not asked for graph. In case of hedging, they don't ask for graph. So we need not do the graph here. We have to just show the profit or loss for the investor, and we have shown it. So can anybody tell me any one observation? Just look at this last column and tell me what is your observation. Anybody? What is happening to the loss?
Minus 6, ma'am. All of them.
Yeah, it is same.
Whichever
That
is in loss.
correct. All the losses are same. That means you have made sure that let whatever happen to the prices, you are not going to lose more than 6 rupees. So you have minimized your loss, or you have limited your loss to 6 rupees by doing hedging. If you wouldn't have done hedging, and if you would have only taken the put option, your loss would have been minus 16 maximum. If you wouldn't have taken put option and you had only the share, your loss would have been 30 rupees maximum, because your minus 30 is the highest loss. But because you did hedging and you had a combination of a put option and a share, you could minimize your losses to 6 rupees, and your gains are unlimited. As the prices go on increasing, the gains will be unlimited. Okay, so this strategy will help you in the risk of falling prices. Here you can see I have written here, there's a risk of falling prices. So let the price fall to anything. Now here see 70. When the price was 110 also, loss was minus 6. When it fell to 100, minus 6. 90 up to 70 also it was minus 6. If you take some more prices, if you take 60 or 40, 30, you can try and do and see. You'll still get the losses minus 6. So if you have a fear of falling prices, you can go for the strategy long stock and long put. So this was the first strategy of hedging. Now let's go to the second strategy. Now here on, the method is going to be same. Only the strategy names are different. In exam, if if you don't understand the name of the strategy also, you have to just follow the same method. This table which I gave you, the same table we are going to use for all the 4 hedging strategies. So we are going to solve using the same table. So I am doing 4 sums on hedging. First was long stock, long put. You bought a stock and you bought a put option. The second is short stock, long call. Now short stock means you're going to sell the stock, you sold the share, and you're going to buy a call option. When you buy a call option, that means you get a right to buy. So here you can see you have sold the stock, and in the second part you're going to buy the stock because call option gives you right to buy. So I told you we should take opposite positions in 2 different markets if you want to do hedging. So these are the opposite positions. First you sold a stock, so here you're selling. Then you bought a long call. Long call means you have bought a call option in which you have the right to sell. Sorry, right to buy. So I've sold the stock and in the call option I will buy the stock. So similar way we are going to follow. Suppose an investor has short shares for rupees 100 and buys a call option for rupees 4. So this rupees 4 is premium with an exercise price of 105. The share prices are trading in the range of 90 to 120. Find the profit or loss. So let's put it in this table. S0 exercise price, profit on option. Here we are taking a call option. So call option, the formula will change. It will be S0 minus T. And the premium is 4 rupees. You have bought a call option means again you will pay premium. Here it's clearly mentioned buys a call option. So when you buy a particular option, you need to pay premium for that. So minus 4 is the premium that you're going to pay. And then what they have said, you have sold a stock, short share. Short share means you have sold that particular share. So here profit on share, and here we will write sold the share for rupees 100. Exercise price is 105. We'll take it in all the columns. And S0 is from 90 to 120. So 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, and the last price is 120. Okay, so 90 to 120, we've taken all the prices. Exercise price is 105. You have bought a put option, a call option. So if you buy a call option, you get the right to buy. So you need to buy the share. Will you buy the share for 105 in the option, or will you buy it from the market? Obvious, you will buy it from the market for 90 rupees. You're not going to buy it for 105 rupees. So you will lapse this option. Or another way to do, you know the formula is S0 minus E. S0 is 90 minus E 105. 90 minus 105, it is minus 15. We never take minus because we have a we have a right to decide. I have bought a call option means I can decide. So if I can decide, why will I make a loss of 15 rupees? I'll decide and go and buy it from the market. That means I'm going to lapse the option. So S0 minus E, if it is negative, I will lapse the option. When you lapse the option, there is no profit, no loss. Minus 4 rupees premium. So 0 minus 4, the profit on option is minus 4. Same, 95 minus 105 is minus 10. Again, we will lapse the option and we'll pay only 4 rupees premium. So minus 4 is the loss. Then 100 minus 105, 5 rupees loss. So we'll again lapse the option. We'll pay premium of 4 rupees and the total loss will be minus 4. Next, 105 minus 105, that itself gives you the answer as 0. So 0 minus 4 is equal to minus 4, 110 minus 105. Now here your profit starts. S naught minus E. So this is S naught, this is E. 110 minus 105. You're gaining 5 rupees. 5 rupees minus premium of 4 rupees you pay. So your net gain is 1 rupee. Then 115 minus 105. You're gaining 10 rupees. Minus 4 rupees is the premium. So your net gain is 6 rupees. 120 minus 105. You're gaining 15 rupees. Minus 4 is the premium. So the net gain is 15 minus 4, 11 rupees. So this was gain on the option. Any doubts still here?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Now we have to see the gain on the share. So again I'm blurring this because we are not interested now in the exercise price and the gain on option. We just are interested in the profit on share which we have sold and the S naught. Now here you have already sold the share. So that means in the open market you're going to buy it, because you have to take opposite, right? If I have sold here, I need to buy it here. So you have sold the share for 100 and you're going to buy it for 90. So 100 minus 90, how much is your gain? 10 rupees. Okay, here see what we did. All of you with me? In case of this, I did 70 minus 100 because here I had bought the share and I wanted to sell it. So I have bought it for 100 and now I'm going to sell it for 70. So I will do 70 minus 100. Minus 30 was the loss. You need to remember what we are doing. Okay, the logic is you will do selling price minus the purchase price. Is that clear? So selling price is here 70 and in the previous sum this was your purchase price. You had bought it for, I'll just highlight it as red. You had bought it for 100, you are selling it for 70. So I have to do selling price minus purchase price. 70 minus 100. Now in this case, here is your selling price. You have sold it for 100. So this becomes the selling price. So I have to do selling price minus purchase price. So selling price is 100, purchase price is 90. This is where you're going to purchase if you have sold it here. So 100 minus 90, your gain is 10 rupees. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
100 minus 95, your gain is 5 rupees. 100 minus 100, your gain is 0. 100 minus 105, you're going to lose 5 rupees. You sold it for 100, you're buying it for 110, you lose 10 rupees. Sold it for 100, buying it for 115, you're losing 115. Then 100 minus 120, you're losing 20 rupees. So this is your loss on share. So now we need to add both the gains and loss, and we need to find, that means we need to add the profit on option and profit on share to get the net profit. So minus 4 plus 10, 6 rupees is the profit. Minus 4 plus 5, 1 rupee is the profit. Minus 4 plus 0, minus 4 is the loss. Minus 4 minus 5, minus 9 is the loss. 1 minus 10, minus 9 is the loss. 6 minus 15 is again minus 9. And 11 minus 20 is again minus 9. So here also, if you observe it carefully, you have restricted your losses to 9 rupees. You're minimizing the risk, you're minimizing the loss because you don't want to lose too much. The prices may go on increasing. From 120, it may become 1000 also. You will still lose only 9 rupees even if it is 1000. I'll just try and show you. Let us assume that this price is 1000. Okay, so what will happen, how we are going to still lose 9 rupees only. Okay, see here what we did first, S naught minus E, right? S naught is 1000, E is 105. So 1000 minus 105, how much do we get?
895.
895. minus 4 is the premium. Okay, so you will get it as 891. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now here, what we have to do? Selling price minus purchase price. Selling price is 100. Purchase price is 1000. 100 minus 1000. How much is your loss?
Minus 900.
Minus 900. So see here now. Plus 891 minus 900. How much is the net loss? Minus 9.
Minus 9.
Correct? So see, even if the price of the share went till 1000 rupees, you are not going to lose more than 9. So you have restricted your loss to 9 rupees. But if you wouldn't have done this option and you would be only with the share, you would have lost 900 rupees. But you have reduced your loss. You have understood that the loss will be minimized, or it can be controlled, or it can be fixed to a certain amount by doing hedging. So you are reducing your risk. Is that clear? Understood? The basic motive of hedging is to reduce your risk. So you're doing combination of option with the share, combining both and trying to reduce your risk. Okay. This strategy is helpful when you fear rising prices. So if you feel that the prices are going to rise like anything, you do this strategy. You short a stock and long a call so that you limit your losses to a certain amount, whatever the price may be. Even if you take here price as 1 lakh and do and see, you still get it as minus 9. Okay, let's go to the next, the third one. I'll keep this last column or I'll remove it. It's better I remove because I'll share this with you notes and you will get confused. Next, the third question, long stock and short call. Do you have a class after this?
No, ma'am.
So I'll complete the third and the fourth one. It will take hardly 5 minutes or 10 minutes more. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
so that tomorrow we can start with the new strategy. Consider here the strategy is long stock, short call. Long stock means you have bought a share, and short call means you have sold a call option. When you sell a call option, the other party has the right to buy. You don't have the right to buy, but the other party will buy. So when the other party buys, that means you are selling. So here you have bought the share, and in the option you're going to sell the share. You're doing short call. Short call means you have sold a call option. When you sell a call option, the other party gets the right to buy. You need to sell the share. Okay, so let's see what are the prices. There's the same 1995. Exercise price is 105. Here the premium is 3 rupees. Okay, and here what you have done, you have sold the call option. When you sell the call option, you receive premium because you have given the right to somebody else. So you need not pay premium. Instead, you will receive 3 rupees premium from that other party. And profit on share, what you have done with the share, you have bought the share. See here, bought a share for rupees 100. So here the share is bought. Okay. And remember, when we do with the share, we take the sale price minus the purchase price. So this is the purchase price and this will become the sale price. Let's now see what will happen to this particular option. Whether the option will get exercised or no, we will get to know it by doing S0 minus E. So 90 minus 105. The loss is minus 15. So the other party won't take a loss. So he or she will lapse the option. When he or she will lapse the option profit or gain will be 0. Whoever has the option, we will only do S0 minus E and C. So 90 minus 105. It's minus 15. That means the option will not get exercised. So 0 will be the option profit plus 3. Now here premium you are receiving. Remember, you will receive a premium here. So no pay premium, but here you will receive premium. Why you will receive premium? Because you have sold. You write a call option. When you write a call option means you have given that option to somebody else, and in turn the other party is giving you premium. Okay, so 0 plus 3, profit on share, your profit on the option will be 3 rupees. Then again 95 minus 105, it is minus 10. So the option will get lapsed. 3 rupees profit you will receive. That is your premium. So 3. 100 minus 105. Again the option will get lapsed. So your profit will be 3 rupees. 105 minus 105, it is anyway 0 plus 3 profit. You're going to gain 3 rupees. Okay, now 110 minus 105. How much is the gain?
5.
5 rupees, correct? Now that gain is yours or of other party. Suppose I have sold this option to Pranali. Okay, so Pranali has this option. Now the gain is 5 rupees. So the gain is of Pranali or me?
Ma'am, for you.
You.
No, it is for Pranali. No, I have sold this to Pranali. Remember, I have given call option to Pranali. So Pranali has the right to buy. So she will say S0 minus E, 110 minus 105. I will save 5 rupees if I buy it from Jyoti. So she is going to buy it from me for 105. So she is saving 5 rupees. It is her gain. For me, it will be loss of 5 rupees, because if I wouldn't have sold it to Pranali for 105, I could have gone to the open market and sold it for 110. Pranali has the right to buy, and as Jyoti, I don't have any right. I have to oblige, listen to whatever she says. And she said, I want to buy the share for 105. So I simply sold it for 105. She will gain 5 rupees. 110 minus 105, 5 rupees Pranali will gain. When she is gaining, as a call option writer, I will lose. So for me, it is minus 5. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So why we are writing minus 5? You need to remember this. Here I am telling S0 minus E. It is coming positive, but because you have sold, this is very important. Because you have sold the option, you cannot gain. The party which has bought will gain. So it will be minus 5. Minus 5 plus 3 premium. Minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2 is your loss. Now here 115 minus 105, 10 rupees is the gain for Pranali, but for me it is a loss of 10 rupees, because when she gains I will have to lose. Okay, and this is my account. So minus 10 plus 3 minus 7. Similarly, in the next case, Pranali will gain 15 rupees, but I will lose 15 rupees. So minus 15 plus 3, the total loss for me is minus 12. So this is what happened with the option. Now we'll see what will happen with the share. To see what will happen with the share, we'll have to ignore these two columns. So to ignore it means I'll just blur it here. Okay, now profit on share. The share is bought for 100 rupees, and then that means you're going to sell it here. What is the formula if we have to find profit on share? Selling price minus purchase price. Okay, so selling price is this now, because here we have bought. So 90 minus 100, what is the loss? Minus 10. 95 minus 100, the loss is minus 5. 100 minus 100, 0. 105 minus 100, the loss is, the gain is 5 rupees. 110 minus 100, the gain is 10 rupees. 115 minus 100, the gain is 15 rupees. And 120 minus 100, the gain is 20 rupees. So we are actually gaining in case of shares. So now we have both the gains. We will highlight it back to black. When we add both, we'll get the net profit. So plus 3 minus 10, the profit is minus 7. plus 3 minus 5, it is minus 2. 3 plus 0 is 3. 5 plus 3, 8. 10 minus 2 is 8. 15 minus 7 is 8. And 20 minus 12 is 8. So here you can look at the strategy. In the first two strategies, you minimized your losses or you had a fixed loss. But in this strategy, you have a fixed profit. So you have assured that you will get 8 rupees profit as much as the price increases. So how much ever the price may increase, you are fearing that the price will increase. Whatever let the price increase, you will for sure gain 8 rupees. In case of losses, the losses can be even more as the price goes on reducing. Here suppose it becomes 80, so 80 minus 100, you will get minus 20. So losses can be more, but your gain is fixed to 8 rupees. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What is very very important is to understand what I have to do. So first thing, in case of share, you have to remember I have to do selling price minus purchase price. So here we'll highlight always whether I have bought or I have sold the share. So selling minus purchase. And in case of option, you have to always remember if you have bought the option, the first two sums, if you see, you had bought, I had bought a call option, and here also I had bought a put option. So it's simple. Put option formula E minus S naught, call option formula S naught minus E, and do it directly. But if you sell a option, that means if there is any gain, it is of the other party. You are going to lose. So that much logic, if you remember, you will never get confused while doing sums on hedging. Okay, and as I told you, the format is same. If you're seeing the same 4 columns I'm making for all the strategies of hedging. So the format doesn't change. That is one good part. Let's do the fourth sum. The fourth sum talks about short stock, short put. Okay, what do we mean by this? Short stock means we have sold the share and we are also selling the put option. Okay, so you have sold the share. When you sell the put option gives right to sell. So suppose I have given this right to Mumtaz. So I have sold the put option to Mumtaz. Mumtaz has right to sell. She will sell it to me. So I have to buy. So when Mumtaz exercises her right to sell, Jyoti will buy. So what I have done, I have sold the stock and I have sold a put option in which I am a buyer because I am not having the right to sell. The right to sell is given to somebody else. I am obliged to buy. So I sell the stock and I buy the stock in put option. So how does this work? We'll see. Just 1 minute. I didn't complete the question here. Suppose that you short a share at rupees 100 and write a put option by receiving rupees 3 premium. Exercise price is rupees 100. The following prices are prevailing in the market. So the same prices, I'll just take it from above only. You need to find the profit or loss. So the same prices from 90 to 120. Exercise price here is 100. You have sold a put option, so you will receive premium. Premium is 3 rupees. Option sold. Now it is put option sold. And for put option, the gain we calculate doing E minus S naught. Remember, even if we get the gain, we are going to take it as minus only because we have sold this option. We don't have the right of getting that gain. If the other party gains, we are going to lose. Exercise price is 100. So first, E minus S naught. 100 minus 90. How much is the gain? 10 rupees. But we have sold the option. So we are not going to gain. Who's going to gain? Mumtaz is going to gain. Because Mumtaz has the right to sell. So Mumtaz says, I will sell it to Jyoti for 100. I'll not go to the market. So I'll have to buy for 100 rupees from Mumtaz. But if I wouldn't have given this right to Mumtaz, I could have easily gone to the market and bought it for 90 rupees. I'm paying 10 rupees more to Mumtaz. That's why Mumtaz is gaining E minus S naught, 10 rupees gain. But her gain is my loss because I have sold that option. So I'm taking it as minus 10 plus 3 rupees premium I receive. So that is equal to minus 10 plus 3, 7. Did you get the logic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll tell you one more shortcut way as to understand when we have to take minus. Okay. All of you listen to me carefully. This is a very simple logic. Let's go from the first sum and see. Okay. This is the first sum. What we are doing here for premium, minusing it because we have to pay the premium. So see here, when the premium is minus 16, your gain is plus. Whatever you're gaining is yours. Okay. So whenever your premium is minus, you will gain 40, 30, 20, 10. Because if I do E minus S naught here, see 110 minus 70 plus 40. So I've taken plus 40 as it is. So if your premium is minus, your gain will be plus. Okay. Here also see, my premium is minus 4 and the gain is plus 5 plus 10 plus 15. 105 minus 110, you're going to, sorry, 110 minus 105, you're gaining 5 rupees. But here on you see, now your premium is plus 3. So you will not gain. Your gains will become minus. You can remember the logic like this. See what is happening to the premium sign. If the premium sign is plus 3, then the gain will become minus for you. Is that clear? Is this shortcut? Hopefully it will help you to understand
Yes,
in exam.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then 100 minus, we are doing E minus S naught because it's a put option. 100 minus 95. The gain is 5 rupees for Mumtaz, but for me it is a loss because I am receiving premium. That means my premium is plus 3. So I cannot gain. Minus 5 is the loss. Minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. 100 minus 100 is 0. None of us are gaining, nor me nor Mumtaz. So 0 plus 3, full 3 rupees is my premium. Then E minus S naught, 100 minus 105. Mumtaz is losing 5 rupees. She will lapse the option. She is not going to exercise. E minus S naught, if there is a loss, Mumtaz will say, I don't want to buy it from you. I'll go, sorry, I don't want to sell it to you. It's a put option which she has. So she'll say, I don't want to sell it to Jyoti for 100. I'll go to the market and sell it for 105. So she will lapse the option. So whenever you do E minus S naught, 100 minus 110, minus 10 is the loss. So Mumtaz will lapse it. She is not going to exercise an option which is giving her a loss. But I will receive my premium as it is, plus 3. So my gain will be plus 3. So we are going to gain plus 3 all the time. Whenever Mumtaz lapses the option, we are going to gain. So this was the profit on option. Now let's see on share. To see on share, we don't want these two columns because you'll get confused. Remember, I'm telling you again, don't remove it off from your book. You keep something there. You keep your hand there to hide it, or keep your compass. So those two columns, if you hide, no, then it will become clear. If it is visible, you will get confused. What minus what I have to do. Okay, so this, I'm hiding it because I have an option of making it blur. Okay. Now, here we have bought. That means this is the purchase price. No, short stock. Sorry. So we have sold here. Suppose that you short a share. Short means you have sold a share. So you have sold the share here. So this will be our selling price and this will be our purchase price. So selling price minus purchase price we have to do. Let's just start. Selling price is 100 minus purchase price 90. 100 minus 90, gain is 10 rupees. 100 minus 95, 5 rupees gain. 100 minus 100, 0. 100 minus 105, minus 5 is my loss. Minus 10, then 100 minus 115 minus 15, and the last loss is minus 20. So this is what was with the share. We'll get back our two columns which we need. So minus 7 plus 10, my loss is minus 3. Minus 2 plus 5, loss is minus 3. 3 plus 0, gain is 3 rupees. 3 minus 5, just a minute. Sorry, minus 7 plus 10 is 3 rupees, not minus 3. Minus 2 plus 5 is plus 3. 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. Plus 3 minus 10 is minus 7. Plus 3 minus 15 is minus 11. Sorry, minus 12, right?
Yes, ma'am. Minus 12.
Yeah. And plus 3 minus 20 is minus 17. Okay, so if you see here, again, in this strategy, your gain is fixed 3 rupees premium, but then your losses are unlimited, your price. So we adapt this strategy when we have fear of falling prices, because if the prices are going to rise, you're going to lose. So doing this strategy while the prices are rising is foolishness. If I take price 1000 here, I will lose a huge amount. So this strategy is good only if you feel the prices are going to fall. So from 90 it may go 80, 70, 60. You will still gain 3 rupees. So it's good for falling price. So this is what is hedging. There are 4 strategies in hedging, and all the 4 I have mentioned here: long stock, short call, short stock, short put. Short long meaning you already know. Short means sell, long means buy. Okay, so we have done 4 sums today on hedging. Remember, I'm repeating it again. The method is same. You're going to use the same table, the same format to solve it. If here the premium is minus 16, then whatever is the gain is your gain. You can take it as plus. If the premium is plus, then whatever you gain, whatever is the gain in the option, that will be minus for you, because you are losing. You have sold the option, you're getting premium. You cannot get premium also, gain also. Okay, so this is how we are going to do the hedging sums. Please practice all the 4 sums properly, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me.